The man accused of shooting a football coach gets his day in court. Now the suspect's brother saying charges should have never been filed. Good afternoon. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. Police say Daryl Clemens shot Shaquille Lattimore during a youth football practice at Sherman Park last week. 5 on your side's Christine Byers attended today's court hearing. She joins us now in studio. Christine.
Kay and Brent, Daryl Clemens' brother and another parent who saw the shooting say it was all in self-defense and that the coach was the aggressor. The shooting happened at Sherman Park in North St. Louis October 10th during a practice for a youth football team. Police say Daryl Clemens shot coach Shaquille Lattimore 4 times because he was upset his son wasn't a starter on the team. In court today, Clemens' brothers and other parents who witnessed the shooting told his public defender the coach was the aggressor. A fellow parent on the team told me the coach walked off the field during practice and showed Clemens his gun before the two got into a fist fight. Clemens' brother says the coach had his friend hold his gun.
Him and my brother had a fist altercation, and when he felt my brother got the best of him, he asked his friend for the gun back. In the midst of him getting the gun in his hand, my brother shot in self-defense.
Now, Judge Beth Hogan heard Clemens' self-defense claims during a detention hearing today, but recommended Clemens continue to be held without bail. His next hearing is scheduled for November 22nd. Coming up at 6, you'll hear from the other parent who saw the shooting and says Clemens should be released.
All right, thank you, Christine. Right now, 2 people are recovering after they were shot north of downtown St. Louis. Officers were called to the Quick Stop on North 13th Street just after 1 this morning. The victims, a 21-year-old woman and 17-year-old boy, say they were shot near O'Fallon and 10th Street and drove to a gas station for help. The teen was shot in the arm and leg, the woman shot in the arm. Both were taken to a hospital. Police are still looking for the shooter or shooters.
Right now, a DoorDash delivery driver is behind bars, charged with attempted rape. The driver is accused of trying to force his way into a customer's North St. Louis County home after she ordered food Tuesday. Once inside, he allegedly removed the towel she was wearing and grabbed her breast. The victim ran to a neighbor's home for help, and that's when she says the suspect FaceTimed her while he was performing a sexual act. Gaines was eventually taken into custody.
New information about the death of a beloved Asian elephant at the St. Louis Zoo. Ronnie died last Friday after an incident involving a stray dog. The zoo says the dog was spotted near the elephant barn, and as the care team captured it, one elephant became agitated and went inside. Ronnie was already inside and never saw the dog, but zookeepers say she also became agitated and collapsed soon after. The zoo says the dog was turned over to a local shelter.
The Humane Society of St. Louis now caring for dozens of rescued dogs. Crews found 43 dogs yesterday on a former commercial breeder's property in Douglas County, Missouri. The Humane Society says the animals were starving and injured. They also found 9 dead dogs on that same property. No timeline for when the other dogs will be ready for adoption.
All right, winter weather will be in the St. Louis area before you know it.
That's right. Today, several agencies got together to help you get prepared. MoDOT says its primary focus right now during winter storms is to make sure roads are clear to keep drivers safe. The agency brought on 100 new employees, but they stress nearly 1/3 of their drivers have less than 3 years experience. MoDOT asks that you give their snowplows plenty of room. Right now, crews are taking part in an annual winter weather drill.
Training on days like today is ever so important for them to get experience driving these trucks, working with this equipment, and getting used to the routes that they'll be assigned during an actual winter storm.
And we also checked in with IDOT. That group is looking to fill both seasonal and full-time temporary positions right now.
Well, we don't have to worry about winter weather in the immediate future in the St. Louis area. Temperatures heating up as we head into the weekend.
That's right. Meteorologist Jim Castillo now with the Weather First forecast.
Yeah, no winter weather, thank goodness. We're not ready for that yet, but you all know that it can happen, especially the end of October. We've seen that before. But right now, Edwardsville, it is cloudy. We have a few sprinkles possible. It's breezy, but, it's a little bit cooler than it was yesterday. Yesterday's high was 76, today in the mid-60s, and we're in the low 60s now from Florissant to Baldwin all the way through Cahokia Heights. And look at Belleville, still at 67. So a little bit of sunshine mixed with a lot of cloud cover. And you can see a little bit of green popping up on here, and that's that potential of seeing a sprinkle or two, but clearing overnight tonight. Then it is sunny Friday. It's also sunny Saturday. It's breezy tomorrow, and it's windy Saturday, but lots of sunshine. And yes, those temperatures do go up, and I'll show you that coming up in Maine weather. Current wind speeds right now, we've seen a 20-mile-per-hour gust out there in Sparta, but it'll lighten up to a west wind at 5 to 10 as we get into tonight. Much more on our forecast and our rain chances for next week coming up.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. Now to the House Speaker standoff on Capitol Hill. After a day of confusion and discussion, Congressman Jim Jordan says he's not giving up. The Ohio Republican has failed to win the speakership in 2 votes.
And today, Jordan appeared to back one plan for a path forward, but that all changed this afternoon. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Capitol Hill.
A shift in strategy to kick the House of Representatives back into action after more than 2 weeks without a speaker, hitting another wall today. The current nominee, Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, choosing not to push for a 3rd House vote for now.
I'm still running for Speaker, and I plan to go to the floor and get the votes and win this race. But I want to go talk with a few of my colleagues.
Chairman Jordan appeared to back a plan to temporarily empower the interim speaker, Patrick McHenry, enabling the House to pass critical legislation while Republicans work to get on the same page. But after a lengthy closed-door huddle with GOP members, Jordan said there was too much opposition.
We made the pitch to members on the resolution as a way to lower the temperature and get back to work. We decided that wasn't where we're going to go.
Moderates in both parties had expressed support.
So that we can start moving our appropriations bills, aid to Israel, deal with the crisis in Ukraine and our border.
This is imperative. It's a national security issue, international security issue now at this point.
A deeply divided House striving for a solution to get back to the work of the American people. A reminder of what is at stake as the House remains paralyzed without a speaker, not just funding for Israel and Ukraine, but the threat of another government shutdown looming on November 17th. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
A sigh of relief from those who live near an abandoned seafood store. Why the mammoth cleanup job is only now complete.
And what would you do if you had a chance to put someone in the St. Louis Blues Hall of Fame? Just hours from now, the team announcing its new inductees.
54 years ago this month, Cardinal fans were protesting the firing of the team's longtime broadcaster. Hear Harry Carey in his own words the day he was let go by Anheuser-Busch.